Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Leslie Pinto. I'm currently working as partner at Omar Alali Auditing LLC, Dubai. Today, I'm going to walk you through the overview of intellectual property rights. It's a vast subject, but we will cover it in brief. What is IPR? What are its types? Before we get into that, let's discuss more about intellectual property. IP is a category of property that includes intangible creations of the human intellect. In simple terms, it is creations such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, symbols, etc. There are many types of intellectual property, but the most well known ones are copyrights, patents, trademarks, and trade secrets. Some types of intellectual property existed in societies such as ancient Rome, but the modern concept of intellectual property developed in England in the 17th and 18th centuries. The term intellectual property was first used in the 19th century, though it was not until the late 20th century that intellectual property became a commonplace in the majority of the world's legal systems. The intellectual property law was established to encourage the creation of a wide variety of intellectual goods. The law gives people and businesses property rights to the information and intellectual goods they create, usually for a limited period of time but long enough for them to profit from it. Innovation and invention in 19th century America has been attributed to the development of the patent system. By providing innovators with durable and tangible return on their investment of time, labor, and other resources. Intellectual property rights seek to maximize social utility. The presumption is that they promote public welfare by encouraging the creation, production, and distribution of intellectual works. Others argue that without intellectual property, there would be lack of incentive to produce new ideas. In short, intellectual property stimulates social progress and pushes people to further innovation and thus helps to boost economic growth and ultimately advancement of all humanity. The intangible nature of intellectual property presents difficulties when compared with traditional property like land or goods. Unlike traditional property, intellectual property is indivisible since an unlimited number of people can consume an intellectual good without it being depleted. Furthermore, investments in intellectual goods suffer from problems of appropriation. Let's take an example. A landowner can surround their land with a fence and hire armed guards to protect it. But a producer of information can usually do very little to stop their first buyer from replicating or duplicating it and selling it at a lower price. In such a case, the modern intellectual property law balances rights so that they are strong enough to encourage the creation of intellectual goods, but not so strong that they prevent the wide use of the goods. A better example to explain would be the coronavirus vaccine, the COVID 19 vaccine. Uh, all over the world, lots of institutions, government as well as private, are racing against time to develop the vaccine for this deadly, life threatening virus. They are investing their time, labor, millions of dollars, and other resources towards this vaccine. And the first one to get the breakthrough will profit immensely from it because they are protected by the intellectual property rights. If this law was not there, then other companies could easily duplicate or replicate it, as the chemical composition of the vaccine will be available in the public domain, and the original inventor of the vaccine stands to lose. I can take another example of a college, of a class. Like, let's take the example of two students. One is a rank student who always comes first, stands first in the class, and the student is always studying and preparing. Day and night they are studying and preparing for the exams and all that. And the other student is uh, is not at all bothered about studies. He is not attending the classes. He is not studying. He's enjoying his life, going to movies and all that what students do. Finally, when the exams come, the rank holder student, the studious one, will be writing the examination paper, and the other guy also will be writing the examination papers. But the studious guy writes from whatever he has learnt, and the other guy will simply copy, and then will get better marks in his examination. So that is how this intellectual property rights work. Now let's talk about different types of IPR. These are the different types of IPR. Apart from this, there are also more specialized varieties of sui generis, exclusive rights, like circuit design rights, called mask work rights in the US, supplementary protection certificates for pharmaceutical products after the expiry of a patent protecting them, and database rights. In European law, the term industrial property is sometimes used to refer to a wide range of intellectual property rights, including patents, trademarks, industrial design, utility models, service marks, trade names, and geographical indications. The first is patents. We will, we will cover patents in this. A patent is a grant of protection for an invention. It is granted and governed. It is granted by each countries which are registered or affiliated by the World Intellectual Property Organization (WIPO). WIPO has 193 member states or countries registered with it. Usually the validity of a patent is anywhere between 14 and 20 years. Owning a patent gives you the right to stop someone else from making, using, or selling your invention without your permission. There are three types of patent here. The first one is the utility patent. Utility patent, also known as patent for invention, is the most common type of patent. It covers the creation of a product, process, or machine. A patent prohibits other individuals or companies from making, using, or selling the invention without authorization. Utility patents protect inventors from duplication by others for 20 years from the application submission. What is protected in utility patent? Like, these patent protect inventions, processes, machines, manufactured items, or compositions of matter. Examples of utility patent are iPod, chemical fertilizers, medicines, process of manipulating genetic traits in mice. These are the examples, some of the examples. Then the next in patents is design patent. A design patent covers the ornamental design for an object having practical utility. An object with a design that is similar to the design claimed in this type of patent cannot be made, used, copied, or imported into the country without the permission of the patent holder. What's protected in design patent is ornamental, non-functional design. Examples of design patent are unique shape of electric guitar, design of a lamp, shoe sole design, or an automobile body. Like cars, automobile will have different models. Body like Toyota has a different body, uh, Nissan has a different body, Tata has a different. So they can have a design. They all will be having a design patent for that. Then the third one is plant patent. Plant patents is for newly invented strains of asexually reproduced plants to be patentable. The plant must have been asexually propagated. These are plants that reproduce by means other than from seeds, such as by the rooting of cuttings, using layering, budding, grafting, or inarcing. What's protected here is newly invented plants, and examples of plant patent are flowering plants, fruit trees, hybrid plants, hybrid tea roses, and better boy tomatoes. So nowadays, a lot of people are doing like on one plant, they are planting different fruits. So that also can come into this uh, plant patent. And usually it is valid for 20 years from the date of filing this plant patent. The next one we are covering is copyright. Copyright is a law that gives the owner of a work, for example, a book, movie, picture, song, or website, the right to say how other people can use it. Copyrights, copyright laws make it easier for authors to make money by selling their works. With copyright, a work can only be copied if the owner gives permission. Rules of copyright. Copyright is the legal and exclusive right to copy or permit to be copied some specific work of art if you own the copyright on something. Someone else cannot make a copy of it without your permission. Copyright usually originates with the creator of a work but can be sold, traded, or inherited by others. What's protected in copyright is books, photos, music, fine art graphic, images, videos, films, architecture, computer programs. These are what can be protected. And examples of this are Michael Jackson's Thriller album, in that the music, artwork, and video is all copyrighted. Then Microsoft Windows operating system, that is also copyrighted. And duration of protection is it's valid for until the life of the author. In case of books, it is until the life of the author plus 70 years, or some works 95 years from publishing, and others 120 years from creation. Difference between patent and copyright. Patents refer to an invention, whereas copyrights refer to the expression of an idea, such as an artistic work. Examples are machine or designs, and musics, and movies, music or books. Industrial design. Industrial design is a process of design applied to products that are to be manufactured through techniques of mass production. As per the Indian law, the right, the intellectual property right that gives the exclusive right to make, sell, and use articles that embody and protect design to selected people only. Protection rights are provided for a period of 10 years. What is protected here in industrial design is design models of products for mass production. Like examples are bikes, cars, ladies' handbags, the technologies which Dell develops, and also the automobiles which Toyota Motor Corp develop. All those manufacture. All these are covered in industrial design. The next one we come to is trademark. In today's world of competition, it is very important for a company to differentiate its unique identity from the rest. A trademark mark is that symbol which gives you the power, authority to do so. And it's even more important to get the unique trademark registered to prevent its misuse. Trademark ensure that customers can easily identify the product by name, logo, image, etc. A trademark is a recognizable sign, symbol, design, word, or expression which identifies products or services of a particular source from those of others. Trademark in India, trademarks trademarks can be registered online by filing out the trademark registration application which the with the trademark registrar. A critical step in registering a trademark is to check the exclusivity of the trademark. What's protected in trademarks is the intellectual property of trademark is words, symbols, logos, designs, or slogans that identify and distinguish products or services. The best example of trademark is Coca-Cola name and distinctive logo. The second example is Pillsbury Doughboy character. Then there is Google, Nike, Infosys logo, and all company logos. KFC, Burger King, iPhone, Apple logo. These all come under this. Trademark infringement is the unauthorized use of a trademark or service mark on or in connection with goods or services in a manner that is likely to cause confusion, deception, or mistake about the source of the goods or services. These are a few examples of trademarks like Mercedes-Benz logo, McDonald's, Google, Burger King. All these are examples. BBC, the Nike symbol. All these are examples of trademarks. Now we come to plant varieties. Plant there is plant breeders rights (PBR), also known as plant variety rights (PVR). These are rights granted to the breeder of a new variety of plant that give the breeder exclusive control over propagating material, including seed, cuttings, divisions, tissue culture, and harvested material like cut flowers, fruit, foliage. of a new variety for a number of years. In India, the Plant Variety Protection and Farmers' Rights PPVFR Act 201 is a sui generis system, own kind or unique system, that aims to provide for the establishment of an effective system for protection of plant varieties and the rights of plant breeders and farmers. What's protected in plant varieties is propagating material, including seeds, cuttings, divisions, tissue culture, and also harvested material like cut flowers, fruit, foliage. And usually this plant varieties uh, IP is valid for 20 years or 25 years in the case of tree or vine species. The next IP is trade dress. What is a trade dress? Trade dress covers all elements that make up the overall image of a product or service. This includes the color, shape, size, configuration, and packaging of a product. For example, the shape of Coca-Cola bottle is distinctive and instantly identifies the product. Trade dress protection is intended to prevent a customer from buying one product under the belief that it is another. Examples of trade dress include packaging and atmosphere or decor within a place of business. It is usually valid up to 10 years and thereafter renewable for another 10 years. This is an example. Michelin tire, puncture-proof tires is an example of trade dress example. Now the next IP is geographical indications. A GI is a name or sign used on products which corresponds to a specific geographical location or origin. Example, a town, region, or country. The use of a geographical indication as a type of indication of source acts as a certification that the product processes certain qualities, is made according to traditional methods, or enjoys a certain reputation due to its geographical origin. So, what is protected in geographical is a specific geographic region and the name of the product where a particular quality, reputation, or other characteristics is essentially protected. The best examples of this is Mysore silk. It's from Mysore actually. So that silk is very popular all over the world. Then the second example is Tirupati laddu. That also comes from Tirupati. That at the temple it we get it. And also Washington apple. Washington apples are very popular all over the world. It comes from Washington in America. And whiskey. Scotch whiskey is manufactured in UK. So that is also a very popular example. And in India, this is valid. This patent is valid for this IP is valid for 10 years and more. Darjeeling tea is another example actually. The tea from Darjeeling. Now we come to the last. uh, last this thing of IP, that is trade secrets. Trade secrets are a type of intellectual property that compromise of formulas, practices, processes, designs, instruments, patterns, or compilations of information. It is an IPR on confidential information of commercial value which may be sold or licensed. Trade secrets are known only to a limited group of persons, such as business partners and employees. In case of breach in agreement, the rightful owner has the authority to take reasonable steps to keep it confidential. What's protected in trade secrets is formulas. Formulas like a formula of a soft drink, Coca-Cola formula, methods, devices, or compilations of information which is confidential and gives a business an advantage. The best examples are Coca-Cola formula, Pepsi formula, KFC recipe, uh, survey methods used by a pollster, new invention for which patent application has not been filed. Also, that also can be an example. This is a slide for quality of innovations. In this, ranks India stands at 26th place, whereas China is on 15th. USA leads this chart actually of quality of innovations. Like China is overtaking all the countries in the application of patents currently, but for quality of innovations, it is China is usually only this thing for utility patent. They are more into utility patent, where new inventions they are uh, applying for patents for that. But overall quality of innovations, uh, USA, United States ranks first, and followed by other countries like Germany and all. India stands 26th place here. This is a global innovation index in India. India is slowly improving. Like our strengths and weaknesses are written for 2018 and 2019. We are ICT services, exports. These are all our strengths actually, and weaknesses in there are weaknesses also. Uh, and this is the flow chart of a registration process in India. This is all self-explanatory it is. So this is how we can register. We can apply for registration in India for IPs. Thank you. Let me actually just thank uh, the college for giving me an opportunity to speak, and special thanks to Professor Vidya R. Patil who organized this uh, webinar, and also Professor Pavan Mahindrikar, and a special thanks to Deepak Maragal who helped me set up my system, my computer. So they had to sit late nights and work on my computer and make this webinar possible. Thank you so much. And I thank the college also, principal of the college and vice principal of the college and all the employees of the college. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will take some questions now. I think I have 15 minutes for the question and answer session. Gajanan Hegde is asking, is IPR available nationally and internationally also? Yes, Mr. Gajanan Hegde. Uh, IPR, like each and every country has their office for IPR registrations and all, and they are all registered. All the countries are registered with WIPO, that is World Intellectual Property Organization. So each and every country will have a IP office where we can register. So that makes like if we are in our country, India, if we have to take a IPR and say, for example, Infosys has to sell some products in US, they have to apply there also in US for the IP patents, and India also, and Europe or wherever they want to do business. Any other questions? I'm only able to see in my chat box whatever. I think 10 or 12 only I can see at a time. Yeah. Geeta Parapagaudar. Can a US patent be enforced in other countries? Since the rights granted by a US patent extend only throughout the territory of the United States and have no effect in a foreign country, an inventor who wishes patent protection in other countries must apply for a patent in each of the other countries. In regional, like in every country, there is a patent office. There they need to apply, and then only they can sell the goods there. Vineet Patil, how much time is required to complete IPR official process? It depends on the on which IPR we are applying, and it depends on offices. Some you can apply, and usually it takes most of them take around like 1 year to 2 years time for because we have to send all the documents, and it is based on the IPR office for because they will search whether that patent has been awarded to anybody else and all that, and then only they will. So it takes time. Gangaram Saleh. To sell product, patent is compulsory. He is asking the question. To sell a product, is patent compulsory? Patent is not compulsory. If you don't have a patent, also it's okay. A lot of companies without patents, like small and medium companies without patents, they are selling it. Patent is just a law to protect your product in case of duplication. Like if you develop a product, it can be like anybody can easily copy the product and then sell it as his own. So to protect your rights on the product, you need to apply for a patent. It is optional actually. Yeah, I think the time is up now. I will close this session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.